Hey everybody, Jeff the Cracker Jack Mechanic here. I want to show you a quick video keeping your battery terminals tight. So quite often we'll get a motorcycle that comes in, it's got an intermittent electrical problem, the bike's not running properly, but you can't seem to repeat the issue at hand. A lot of times it comes down to just making sure that the battery terminals are actually secure, that they're tight on the battery itself. Get in there with your 10mm wrench, tighten up the negative, tighten up the positive post, make sure they're secure. I'd go as far to say as 50% of the time, this is the cause of a non-repeatable intermittent type of issue. Some people will think it's fuel related or electrical, which it is correctly. It's something that just starts, the bike was running fine, and then it starts to not run properly. Ask the routine questions. Did you just fill it up? Maybe just trying to find out what may have changed. And quite often you'll find that the terminals themselves have loosened off. I find it on the cruiser bikes with a heavier load. When you press the starter button, it draws more current, runs hot and cold cycling, that they tend to back off. So often so that I've made it part of the routine checkup. This old girl needs a little bit more than having the battery tightened from time to time, but on the newer cruisers, I've put it in as part of my routine check. When a bike comes in for a general look over, a customer is getting ready for spring or going on a long trip, I make sure that I get in there, find the battery, get my 10mm T-handle on, and I give it a pretty good, snug it down quite well. You don't want to be so ham-fisted that you wreck the terminals. You've got to be, careful about it. So if you've got no experience tightening nuts and bolts, go a little bit easier, but if it's right loose, you will know right away. So be careful when you're tightening it up. The terminals on batteries are a soft material. It can break away, causing bigger issues, but just get in there, usually, like I say, with a T-handle, get your 10mm wrench, whatever, and snug it right down. Make sure that it's tight. Will save you a lot of aggravation, probably save you a lot of money in the long run as well. Quite often this is something overlooked by other shops in their checkovers. I'm pretty sure they'll be doing it going forward because they're watching these videos as well. So my quick tip, tighten your battery terminals, do it often, do it part of your routine check, and will save you aggravation and money down the road. I'm Jeff, Cracker Jack Mechanic. If you like this video, click that subscribe button down on the right hand side. Thanks for tuning in. So I'm going to use a Harley specifically for this video. I'm not picking on Harley here. It does tend to be one of the motorcycles I find more often is on these newer cruisers. Say 2000. Actually, it doesn't matter. Any Harley cruiser up to current, I quite often find that the battery itself is loose. So this one's just come in for service, actually for a stereo installation. I just want to get at the battery, check it out. So let's get this seat off. Once the seat is out of the way, you can see we've got access to the battery. It's quite simple. Turns out the hold down is loose. No surprise. We've got the ground negative side and the positive. Just gonna go get my 10mm, check it out. There you go. I gave it a quarter of a turn, and the positive, not quite as much, but both of them could use a little snugging up. I didn't over tighten them, but they were starting to become loose. So this is a prime example, great example of what I'm saying in this video is check your batteries. This should be tightened down. Vibrations will kill batteries quite rapidly, shorten their lifespan. So go ahead, find your battery, get in there, tighten up the terminal, save yourself a lot of aggravation and money. That's my quick tech tip. Check your battery terminals. Jeff, the Cracker Jack Mechanic, thanks for tuning in. Click that subscribe button.